Coco Mademoiselle has done it again. So as a part of Coco Mademoiselle's body care collection, they also have a hair care collection. Now I will link everything down in the description where I found it. And this video is not sponsored, but I feel that Chanel, who is the perfumer, who is the nose behind the fragrance Coco Mademoiselle, has introduced a brand new concept to the fragrance and hygiene world. I introduced to you all, and did I say that this isn't sponsored? Coco Mademoiselle fragrance primer. When I hear the word primer apart from the word fragrance, it makes me think about makeup. In makeup, there's a concept called primer. The concept of primer in makeup and cosmetics is meant to make it last longer and give a certain benefit. However, when I discovered that Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel has a fragrance primer, I knew the intention was to increase the longevity of the fragrance that you use in conjunction with. I have so many questions on top of the fact that they not only launched this fragrance primer, but it's in a very nice complimentary bottle. But they also launched, they have other elements to this Coco Mademoiselle. So if you truly wanted to buy one of each, and look, start saving now for your Christmas gift. If you want to get one of everything if you wanted to get one of everything, including this fragrance primer, you could do it now. This is the reason why I advocate so much and so often and so hard for brands to expand having more than one formula type of product to create an entire collection. It used to be that you would go and see from certain brands, especially in the early days as a teenager. I have grown up with Calgon, Bodycology in their early days, Feet, Caress before they changed everything. It was like their body washes used to be Caress, like named after different themes of stuff or concepts and stuff like that. Now it's named after the scents, the type of scents, the literal notes. And normally they would just launch a lotion and a spray, or a lotion, a spray, maybe sometimes a bubble bath to go with it. But now seeing that they have fragrance primers, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see at fragrance primers, because as many times as I have seen within the fragrance world, and I can say this because based off of observation, and I can say this based off of experience, I feel like fragrance mists are what you make out of it. I get that there are a lot of ladies that advocate really hard for fragrance mists, that they last a long time. But I feel like unless you understand the makeup, the concept of the fragrance concentration as to the levels, like it's here. Fragrance mists sit on this level of the scale of the fragrance concentration guide. I did do well over a year, maybe two ago, a video on the fragrance concentration guide, and I broke that down expeditiously for you, but I will link it at the end of this video for you all to gain a better understanding. I am not saying that advocate for fragrance mist and state that they last a long time aren't doing their homework. What I am saying is give it the benefit of the doubt. Give it the benefit of the doubt. Not all fragrance mists are housed underneath the same umbrella of formulation. That's why I'm led to share, check the first 3 to 5 or 5 to 7 ingredients. If you see fragrance with it as the second ingredient, you got a better chance of longevity than you do if fragrance is sitting in the middle of the ingredient list, in case the ingredient list is this big. You see what I'm saying? If it's within the first 3 to 5 and it's the third one, you got a better first 5 to 7, and maybe it's the fourth one on the list, you got a better chance. That's how I feel about it. But something like a fragrance primer, I would like to see it from other perfumers. Dare I say Mason, Francis, Christian Dior. Let's just go ahead and launch a tester Pick a fragrance. For Christian Dior on the men's side, maybe Sauvage to have a fragrance primer. To me, this is a new concept, but I feel like it's going to strengthen the fragrance community that advocates very highly for fragrance mists, because now we need to see a universal fragrance primer. What do I mean by that? I would like to see one that you could use for both perfumes and fragrance mist, or a fragrance mist primer and a perfume primer. That way you're covering both sides of the fragrance concentration side of the argument. Everybody wins. Wishful thinking, but y'all let me know what y'all think about it, because as far as fragrance primers are concerned, I think we're off to a good start, and Chanel has started something that I'm really hoping that they're prepared to finish. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient, it is kind, it does not envy or boast, and it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking. Nor is it easily angered or seething mad, and it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,